Hello, my beautiful movie people. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris, gone for 5 days, and I brought you 3 videos in one day, okay? I was slacking, but now I'm grinding. On your mama? Still, we got a lot of movie news here to talk about here today and some juicy fun stuff. We're going to be talking about the trailer for the Jeepers Creepers reboot. We got some actual real journalists talking about what we can expect from Comic-Con on both the Marvel and DC side, where it looks like we might even get a Superman announcement. That along with so much more. So many of you movie fans to give me your opinions down below with everything we discuss here today, because I did sort of just dump a bunch of videos on your feed. Don't be forgetting to check out the trailer breakdown for Halloween Ends. And I also went ahead and posted my spoiler-free review for the movie Nope. I'll link those in description, or you can just click on my face. Either way, let's get started. Kicking things off here with something I was going to make its own separate video and talk about, but it's an icky sticky subject, alright? We finally got here a full feature-length trailer for the brand new Jeepers Creepers movie titled Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Now, many of you will know why I decided not to make it its own full-length video. You can do your own research on the creator of Jeepers Creepers and what he was convicted for, but with that stuff said, it has already come out that this Jeepers Creepers movie has no connection whatsoever to the original creator and that they're not benefiting from it finally being able to let me be more excited for a new Jeepers Creepers movie, because I do like those first 2 movies. I remember watching those as a kid and just being so creeped out. Then I saw that third film and oh man, I couldn't even finish it, guys. I still to this day have not finished that third movie. I just turned it off. So looking at the trailer for Jeepers Creepers Reborn, that is supposed to be kind of like a reimagining, a reboot of the series, it looks like we're following a couple here that go to this horror festival when they win a prize to do this escape room at a house, only to find out that the creeper himself is there waiting for them and is gonna take them down one by one. And although it's got that low budget quality feel, I feel like this is a step in the right direction from what it previously was in that third movie, where this is something I'm actually kind of excited to check out and see how it goes down. It will be in theaters for only 3 days, but I'm sure after that it'll be released on VOD so you can rent it or buy it online. But hey, count me in for this one, and I'm excited just to enjoy the creeper for not being a creeper. What did you guys think of this new trailer for Jeepers Creepers Reborn? Moving on to some of our movie news topics here, let's talk about an upcoming movie that we're all just like, ¿por qué? Deadline here is reporting that Skydance and Mattel are revving up Matchbox cars for a live-action movie. The president of Skydance Films says here, pairing Skydance's unique brand of premium, elevated action-adventure entertainment with the incredible legacy of the Matchbox brand is a fantastic opportunity. There is a shared experience for everyone who has played with Matchbox vehicles or playsets where they create their own innovative action sequences, and we're excited to craft a worldwide adventure film worthy of such an imagination. Look, let's just be honest what it is. Ever since the Fast and Furious franchise and good old family man Vin Diesel proved that you can have a movie about crazy action car sequences that make billions of dollars repeatedly every sequel, you were bound to get other studios trying to cash in and mimic that Fast and Furious formula. Where they had Need for Speed, didn't work out. We got an upcoming live action Hot Wheels movie. I think that's probably the safest and closest bet. And now we're getting here Matchbox that I'm assuming is going to do the same thing. And it just kind of makes you wonder then, what is it about the Fast and Furious franchise that just nailed it so perfectly that it can be so wild, crazy, action-packed, yet so entertaining that people keep going back to it? And why is that hard to replicate for like other movies trying to do this? To me, I think it just does feel off like they're ripping off Fast and Furious, and that you just need to be so different and unique to actually stand out. And I don't want to be mean to anyone who collects Matchboxes or this is their favorite childhood toy, but is Matchbox really a brand where you hear, whoa, they're making a Matchbox movie, that you're like, I'm in, baby? I don't know, but I thought it was worth bringing up to see what you guys think. What do you think of Mattel making a Matchbox live-action car movie? And do you think it'll feel like just another Fast and Furious ripoff? From there, we got here an update on the upcoming Mortal Kombat sequel that we heard is up and coming, but now it seems like it's official and it's moving forward with some updates. We have here Mortal Kombat sequel moving forward at New Line as Simon McQuaid returns as director. I'm curious to what more diehard Mortal Kombat fans are going to think about the fact that that director is coming back for this one. I actually didn't think he did a bad job with the last movie. I thought we got a lot of great, bloody, intense moments in that Mortal Kombat film. Still kind of blows my mind that of all the movies that released the year of the pandemic, that was the movie that was most viewed on HBO Max. Really goes to show you the huge fan base that Mortal Kombat has. But even if you are someone who's kind of upset they didn't change directors to somebody else, they did change writers. I believe they got the writers of the Moon Knight series to get in on this, So I feel like that'll be an improvement on itself, and we'll get a story that's maybe a little bit more cohesive, because on the directing side, I thought he did great. But I gotta admit, every time I hear about this Mortal Kombat sequel, man, I just want the news. It's coming. It's eventually gonna hit the internet, and Mortal Kombat fans like myself are gonna go crazy. Who is playing Johnny Cage? Okay, that's who you teased at the end of the last movie. I need to know now, who is Johnny Cage? Because I think that'll be the thing to make me most excited for this sequel. How are you guys feeling about this director coming back for the Mortal Kombat sequel? And do you think we're this much closer to a Johnny Cage announcement? Something else that kind of randomly popped up that I felt was worth talking about, since we haven't talked about it in a while. Sony was rearranging their release schedule and moving some movies around. We saw that Sony moved Madam Web from its summer 2023 release date to October 6, 2023. And then an untitled Spider-Man movie moved to 2024. And I think that'll most likely just end up being Venom 3, even though I know people want it to be Morbius 2. But the other movie that got switched around and has a release date now is Insidious 5, which will be coming out July 7th, 2023. Now, even though this is the 5th Insidious film, this is kind of one I'm extremely looking forward to, because it's kind of the return to the legacy characters that started off the Insidious franchise. Not only is the star in the movie Patrick Wilson directing this one, it's technically a direct sequel to the second movie, kind of ignoring the third and fourth film, where we'll see that same family that was haunted in the first Insidious get ready for their kid to head off to college. And I'll just never forget the experience I had of watching those first two Insidious movies. Those were PG-13 horror movies that like scared the crap out of me in the theater. So I kind of have high expectations for this fifth film and wonder how they'll pull it off. I'm also even curious to what they'll call it, because I doubt they're going to call it Insidious 5, since this is more a direct sequel to the first two movies and ignoring the other ones. So leave your guesses for what you think the tagline is. But I throw it off to you guys. You hear that Insidious 5 is coming summer of 2023. Are you excited? Could you care less? Do you want a direct sequel to those first two movies? But now let's get into some really exciting stuff, because we have some concrete actual details about Comic-Con that's happening this weekend to either excite us or tame our expectations. You guys saw I did a video because you were hounding me on the supposed leaks for San Diego Comic-Con, and I knew I shouldn't have done a video on that, because it's really looking like Marvel is not gonna wow us at Comic-Con. We have Deadline here, an actual credible news station that does real journalism, coming out with an article on what to expect with San Diego Comic-Con, and specifically on the Marvel side, they say don't really be expecting much. Here they say Marvel shouldn't disappoint with the sneak peeks of Black Panther Wakanda Forever and the upcoming She-Hulk Attorney at Law, but it's not expected to shower Hall H with an embarrassment of riches like it did in 2019. Some sources believe Marvel is saving up for Disney Fan Convention D23 during the second weekend of September, specifically in regards to new projects. This is the stuff we haven't seen, specifically the Fantastic Four reboot, Mahershala Ali's The Blade, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, the Marvels, and the Mutants. And that's what my gut told me all along, is even though Marvel decided to come to Comic-Con, they weren't going to have a big, huge panel. They were just going to use that time to kind of embrace the Comic-Con and show off stuff that we already know is coming, like She-Hulk and Black Panther. But also because I knew D23 was coming up, that's where the big announcements would come. So heck, maybe those leaks we heard were all for D23. I mean, Deadline here says it. That's when we'll hear about the Fantastic Four and the Marvels, and they even say the Mutants, which lets us know that's kind of the title they're going with then for the X-Men series. So really, when it comes down to it, I think best case scenario with Marvel and their Comic-Con panel is we'll get one major announcement, just like one thing off the hand that Kevin Feige's like, well, that was it, and boom, boom, boom. Have sex, put my hands against, put my best. But when we move over to the DC side of things, okay, that's when we can start expecting some major. We actually thought the DC panel was going to be tamed and quiet, because we had already heard they were only going to be showing us stuff that we already knew was coming this year, like Black Adam and Shazam Fury of the Gods. Those are the two confirmed panels that are even being marketed, saying that they're going to show stuff to us. But the real kicker that we were not expecting, in this article, they state there is also buzz that Henry Cavill will put in a surprise appearance to talk up more Superman. Huh? And mind you, again, this is from Deadline, an actual credible news station. If they're saying this, I think Henry Cavill's showing up, man, and what could he be talking about with more Superman? If we go back a couple of weeks on the channel, I talked about the reports that we were set to get a Superman cameo in Black Adam. It later got clarified that it was just a stand-in because they didn't know if they could get Henry Cavill as part of the Black Adam movie. So if they get Henry Cavill to show up on stage and start talking, we could see his cameo actually mean something in Black Adam, and it won't be a faceless cameo like we've known before. But also, Henry Cavill ain't showing up to talk about some cameo and whatnot. If he's showing up and he gets on stage, it's because they're going to announce another Superman movie. It's going to be the confirmation we need that he's back, he's getting a sequel, and I think that's just going to make people so happy, because we're still up in the air whether Henry Cavill is our Superman or not. It also sucks that this is like the millionth time that we've heard something Superman related is coming. He's back. I've done countless videos where I keep telling you guys, Superman is back, Henry Cavill's here, and if he doesn't show up at Comic-Con, I feel like that's got to be the last straw. How you going to keep teasing us he's coming back and he never comes back? So if it happens, I think Henry Cavill will outbeat the Marvel panel and anything else DC has to show off, and that'll be the thing to get me the most excited. But I throw it off to you guys. You hear that this is what's possibly happening on the DC panel. Does that excite you? And what do you think the percentage of chances it's actually happening, knowing this is coming from Deadline? But that is all the movie news we currently have going on right now, guys. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch me talk some movie news. Don't be forgetting to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the other videos I posted. I love your faces. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.